Dr. Wood, author of the book Miracles Minutes, and tonight's video is Stop the Divorce Before It Begins. So let's talk about human relationships. And the biggest problem is that people are engaging in something called a zero-sum game. Zero-sum game means that in the end, everyone loses. So it starts in the language of either or. So you look out today, look on the TV, look what the media has done, and the narrative is who's better, man or woman. When you go to court for your divorce, it's Mrs. So-and-so versus Mr. So-and-so. There's space between those people. That's not togetherness, that's division. And it starts with either or. So if you get into when whoever started the narrative of who's better, man or woman, so that means if I'm a man, I need to cut the woman down or outdo her, minimize her as her femininity or creaturehood to prove that this egocentric bias that men are better than women. Or the woman has to cut the man down to prove that women are better than men. They're the winners and men are now the losers. Try that out for a long time, that your man's always wrong. Every day when he comes home, he's a loser. I mean, why does he want to come home to you? And the same thing goes if the man's doing that to the woman. You're not building them up. You're cutting out their heart and their soul. You're not making them better. It's dehumanizing them. And it starts with or. Who's better, black or white? Who the hell started the damn stupid conversation? That has nothing to do with people working together. So as soon as you put or, you have black people square off against white people to prove one race or gender is better. It's stupid. It has nothing to do with creating community or creating healthy relationships. Who's better, Tennessee or Penn State? Let's go find out. Let them square off and fight the battle out into whoever's left. Now in sports, a healthy competition could be a great thing. And there could be healthy competitions in relationship. Let's go climb this mountain together. And the competition is us versus the mountain, not me versus you. So it's the either or is a problem. And it's in the language of but. Yeah, but. Well, I know, but. Well, I was thinking that, but. At the end of but is always an excuse for not taking action or finding a way. So solutions-based thinking and relationship is in the world of and, language of and. It's in the language of us. It's a language of we. There's a shared relationship. So any great golfer, it's him and the club. The club now and him are now one. The club is an extension of self. It becomes such an extension that the club and the ball and the golf course become all one. And not compete against. As soon as you start thinking that way, you start trying to force things, trying to make things happen versus being with, relatedness, being with. Not make, force upon, but being with, which is agreement. See, that's togetherness. Agreements bring things together. There's a shared goal. What's the goal? Oh, I agree. Okay, so then you start relating on what you can agree upon versus looking at what you differ upon. You could deal with the differences as you go through the conversation, but start out with the agreements. What do we agree upon? I want to be for you, for your highest good, for. Not with myself, not for my good, which is selfishness. So now I think about me, the self. And I could tell you, if you're going to be selfish, you're going to be lost, alone, miserable, depressed, anxious, upset, because you're disconnected from your community. So even if you're with your community, you're still disconnected. You're in society, but not really connected to it, because you're only thinking about yourself. You're always thinking about yourself, thinking from yourself. You're not even listening to anybody. You're listening to yourself. So you never hear anybody. You don't let them express themselves. You won't let them be themselves. Because you're controlling and manipulative, trying to get shit for yourself. So I have a problem with selfishness because it breaks up relationships, it breaks up families, it breaks up communities, it breaks up countries, and it all starts in the either or and wanting something for yourself versus wanting something for us. Dr. Wood, and that's how you bring things together.